better than beside eating, beside the food supplement or the food, the dietary
mean
food.
that the natural supplements would be way better than
natural supplement. Yeah, but she has to take supplement as a tablet because it's concentrated. At least at the beginning time or the first period of time, she has to take supplement beside food. And that's it. Yani few maybe for 1 week, for 1 month, she will be better, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you, my dear. Thank you, Yasmin. And now let me ask Rami Rifat. Rami, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, everything's fine.
Okay, can you give me an advice in regard to this deficiency in the body? What are the most common and popular food nutrients that we usually take while being anemic? Do you have any?
Okay. I'm not quite sure, but as far as I remember, okay, from my mother, she used to advise me to eat liver.
Yes, very good.
Yeah, and black honey.
Like honey.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mother used to say the same.
Yeah.
Especially the black honey too. She used to say black honey is the best whenever you have like congested chest or whenever you're coughing. It's so good for your chest and throat. I don't know whether
exactly.
I don't know whether this is right or wrong, but again, she may be right. Most probably she's right.
Yeah.
What else? Mahbub, you have any idea? Definitely you have idea. Yes? Mahbub, we can't hear you. You're muted. Unmute. Hello.
Hello, Hind. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much for today's favor. All of a sudden I ran out of everything except for the phone credit. My internet bundle was finished for no reason. I don't know why. Okay, but it showed me since the beginning of it showed me a message that khalas, no more of data that you still have in your storage. Also, the only storage was left was in my phone credit. Alhamdulillah that I had something. Anyway, so tell me more about the anemic people. What should they eat rather than the liver and the black honey, as Rami said?
Yeah, generally it depends on the type of anemia because there is many types of anemia. There is favism, there is B12 deficiency, there is iron deficiency. It depends on the anemia type.
Can I ask you another question, please? Why doctors do not elaborate and illustrate this to the patients? You just say that you're anemic, and that's it. You're anemic and you have a problem with your blood. You don't illustrate this.
Because this is the most common anemia here in our culture. Because other types of anemia, maybe in other races, it showed high prevalence in other races. That's why anemia stands mainly for the iron deficiency. That was here in our Middle East, most probably.
Does it have to do with the food we're eating or the diet, the style of the way we eat, the intake that we have?
Mainly it is about food habit, and that's why there is some precautions in regards to the iron, especially for the children, because they mainly like to eat sweets and whatever that will be more about sweets and candies and carbohydrates, rather than green vegetables and meat and liver and the black honey, as mentioned by Rami, I believe. That's why most of we can say 70% of the children are anemic.
Okay, I have a piece of information, and I wish that you guys correct me if I'm mistaken. One of my friends told me that if you were anemic or if you have this kind of deficiency, the best thing to eat is everything that gets black after a while, after being peeled off, like apples, spinach, eggplant.
Because These vegetables and fruits are consisted of a high concentration of iron.
Oil.
That is iron.
Iron, yeah. Iron, yes. Okay.
Yes, because iron is mainly absorbed in one status, that is
Liver.
no. In ferrous, not ferric. This is some kind of chemical. Yes, when it turns black, it is not absorbed in the body. That's why it's an indicator that these vegetable and fruits are consist of high concentration of iron.
Okay, great. So nice to know this. What about, I don't know whether you guys are you get your information from the public media, or you depend on the scientific information that you get while you learn in colleges. Do you think, Nuha, do you think that, thank you very much, Mohammed. Nuha, do you think that the public information that is provided to the public people, those who are not very much professional, or those who are not in the medicine field, do you think that they can depend on and rely on the public information that is provided to them, or they better seek doctors' advice has no plural, by the way, or they better seek doctors' advice in order to gain better and more correct information? What's your opinion on?
For me, most of our culture advice, it's correct, and also it can help. But from my own opinion, no, you can, if you visit the doctor and take the advice, it will be better.
You what? Continue talking, please. I'm all ears. I'm here. I'm still here. Yes.
As I mentioned, if you visit the doctor and take the advice from the doctor, it will be better, because he knows a lot, and he can give you the advice that I can't complete.
Complete. You can complete.
I can't.
You can. Remember, techniques. All the techniques that we spoke about. Digression. Remember the digression?
Yes.
Digression technique. Speak about anything that is related to the topic and then come back to the same topic. Remember the advantages and disadvantages of something, like advantages of learning or listening to doctors in the same field they have their major in. Or you can talk about the inherited information that we get from our parents and grandparents. Yes, sometimes you can use this point as a digression, and it's a very good digression point. Yeah? For example, you can give me an example. I can give you an example about my grandmother, who used to have one, like we can call it natural remedy for every disease that you may encounter in your life. One natural remedy for every disease you have. And believe it or not, it works perfectly. All these natural diseases, that the natural remedies that she prescribes, she wasn't a doctor and she was not even educated. She got her high education. She reached up to the high school education, and then she stopped. Okay, because for them, this was the highest what women can get, highest education level a woman can get. But honestly speaking, this lady was one of the wisest ladies ever in everything. She was a doctor, an engineer, a nurse, a teacher. She was everything. MashaAllah, may Allah bless her soul. So I was, one of her fans. Whenever you have something wrong in your body, any kind of deficiency, you will find a prescription at her place. So we called her Anna. So whenever you go, Anna, I'm very sick, I cough. then she gives you a very good prescription. And I have a running nose. I have severe headache. I have a congested nose or congested chest. My tummy is aching. I don't know, but she was one of a kind. I believe that this lady was one of a kind. She never missed one natural remedies prescription and never let her down. All her natural remedies were even more successful than all the medicines in the whole world. And believe it or not, she did not recommend medicines at all. She didn't like them. And she kept on saying, she taught us this. She taught us that, well, these companies are business companies. They may create diseases to market for their medicines. So the only way to stay safe, yes, Mohammed, create diseases. This means that they may create a disease from nowhere. They may bring it up to existence. However, it doesn't exist. And they do it deliberately. Who knows? I don't know. But and it's not the conspiracy theory, because some people say that you're obsessed with the conspiracy theory and so. But no, I believe that yes. And to my surprise, I've heard this from one of the very renowned doctors in a very recent time, maybe a month or. And I have this post on my Facebook page. I posted it because it was a very renowned doctor who admitted that sometimes, yes, the medicine companies, they deliberately create these kinds of diseases, or on the other hand, they rumor that there is a certain disease that is spreading and going viral around the community members, so that people get panic and they start marketing for their products. So, the safest is natural remedies. Yes, Yasmin, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, actually, you said you have spoken for something right. Actually, some companies find out the disease and find out the treatment as a kind of a profit or revenue, or some companies has a product doesn't show a good sales and they start to be expired, so they find out some kind of disease or indications, or it's a real situation around the world. Actually, I'm a pharmacist, but I read a lot of articles about this this issue, because it's not it's a way of human being or humanity. It's totally wrong. It's my point of view. However, some other companies working on to prescribe some medicine to some patient, they don't need this kind of medicine as a kind of profit and so on. Like hospitals as well, they ask many patients to do a lot of tests, a lot of laboratory tests, and for example, X-ray and blah blah, without any need of this. So
Yeah,
it's you are talking right. It's
just to make money. Yeah.
Just to make money and profit.
Yeah,
And it's
I'm telling you, it's business. It's business wise. Business wise.
So part of pharmaceutical companies, or in general, human health, or part of it is for business, for sure, especially nowadays, because
this is inhumane. This is so much inhumane.
Yeah. Inhumane? Yes.
Inhumane. Inhumane means it has nothing to do with the humanity.
Yes.
Whenever business is, overweighs the humanity, then you can say that this issue is so much inhumane, because they don't consider the humanity, human being. They just care about money. Money. Yeah. Okay. Hazem, what's wrong? Why can't you turn on your microphone? I really wanted to hear you today. It Seems that he's in a situation. Wait. You told me that you're in the hotel now and you won't be able to. I don't know whether you can share or not, but okay. Khalas, no problem. As long as you can follow us, that's fine. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I got it. Some of you have already sent no problem. I appreciate your attendance while being in your Umrah. Thanks a lot, and may Allah bless you, and may Allah accept this. And again, take the intention of gaining knowledge and of learning. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala double your thawab and double your good deeds, mashallah. May Allah accept all what you're doing and make it easy for you to perform your Umrah and to get whatever you're requiring from this course, inshallah. But the intention, don't forget the intention, please. All right. Now we're going to do something very, very nice. Unfortunately, some of you have already submitted their writing assignments, and I don't know whether I've checked them all or not. Noha, I don't think I checked yours. Yasmin too, right?
Yes, you didn't.
Have you submitted your homework?
Yeah, I submitted.
I also submitted the last one and the previous one.
When did you submit them? Today?
No, yesterday.
Yesterday.
For me, yesterday as well.
Okay, unfortunately.
But I have submitted only one assignment because I need to know your input and write another one.
This is my advice to you guys. Please don't rush matters, okay? Wait until, thank you very much, Yasmin. That's so wise of you. Because, you know, Basil and some Mohammed Mustafa, they kept on sending like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 assignments at a time. And, you know, every time I check one essay, I give the same comments over and over again because they didn't even learn what their mistakes are. And this is what people are doing. Even Rami, ask Rami. Does it make sense to keep on writing in the same manner without being evaluated? Rami is the best one who can give us an advice now.
Yes, exactly. As you mentioned before, so I'll just give you a background. I started my journey to take IELTS exam since 1 year. So where I did the same, I repeated the same mistakes. Okay, I ended up by not achieving my goal. So the best way is just to learn from your mistakes and just expand your knowledge and just again build on this knowledge and write again and again.
Very good. So you can get this knowledge either by self-study or referring to someone who's professional who can tell you what are your weaknesses and how to improve them. Yeah? Okay? Okay. So inshallah, today we're going to extend our writing essays. And for this, we need to go through another writing letter so that we can figure out what are our mistakes and what are the most common mistakes that we usually have, okay? I just want to display, Noha, do you mind if I display your letter now?
No, it's okay.
Or if you feel too shy, that's fine, no problem. I can choose any of the gentlemen. Is that okay with you? All right.
I don't know.
Thanks a lot. Let me try to find it. Your email, what's the name of the person you sent the email from? Uh-huh.
Email?
Yes, what's the email you sent? What's the name of the person you sent the email from? ELGH, right? Walid?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Look to be so shy. If you're so shy, khalas, that's fine. I have no problem with that. You shy?
No.
Are you sure? All right, here you go. Dear sir, I'm writing this letter too. Then that's quite a good introduction. Dear sir, comma, perfect. I'm writing this letter too, perfect. To explain my own point of view regarding to, we can't say regarding to. It's either in regards with, or regarding the money. There's no to. Regarding the money, your company tend to spend. It's not tend to spend. We can't say tend to spend. You know what? When I tend to break plates whenever I'm angry, I tend to do this. Do you know what does it mean? I tend to stay silent whenever I'm nervous. I tend to. يعني tend to
Have intention.
to do something by nature. This is part of your nature. I tend to do it, but it's part of my nature. All right? It's not something learned, and it's not something you like to do. You desire to do. You don't have a desire in doing it. I tend to do it by nature. So, for example, you can say that women tend to spend hours in at the hairdressers, for example. They tend to do that. Tend to يعني بيميلوا إلى. They have this kind of natural tendency. So here we cannot say this. Okay? So to the company, to the money, your company requires, or your company instead of want as a formal word, what can we say?
Plan.
Huh?
Plan.
Plan, are planning. Your company is planning to spend. Very good. What else can we use instead of planning? Anyone? Is willing to. We still have willing to, right? Okay, so we can say is planning or is willing to. Is planning. Or is willing to. All right, is planning or is willing to spend in our town. All right. I knew from your agency that, okay, that what? That you want to open an open air concert. You want to open an open air concert or sponsor. Okay, is it to open an open air concert? Is it to open it? Anyone, please? To open?
I think it's
Sponsor.
Sponsor.
Very good. It's to sponsor. Very good. So the main thing here is not to open. It's to sponsor. And what's the difference between sponsoring and to sponsor and to open? What's the meaning of the word sponsor? Yes.
Sponsor just give a money to do something by
money?
somebody else.
Money? Money دي غلط خالص. We can't say money.
A money?
ما فيش money in English. There's nothing like such. Money.
To pay money for somebody else to do
Yes.
something.
Yes, thank you very much. So you want to sponsor an open air concert or sponsor, okay, instead of sponsor now, what other alternative can we use? We better not repeat the same word over and over again. So instead of sponsor, we can use the word?
Fund or finance.
What's that?
Fund or finance.
Finance. Finance would be very
Or
good.
fund.
Who are you, Rami?
Yeah.
Yes, excellent, yeah, Rami. I'm so proud of having you here in this group. So it's
Thank you.
finance. Okay, so if you finance instead of sponsor, children's team for 2 years. All right, look at this sentence, please. And who can tell me what's wrong in this sentence? Children's team for 2 years. Is there anything wrong? I'm just asking whether there's something wrong or not.
Children's team, there is no S.
What's that?
no.
Say it again.
Children's team.
Yeah? There's no S.
S.
Who
No
agrees
S.
with her? Who agrees with her? Anyone? Okay, now let me explain something on the board. There's nothing wrong, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys have no problem and no issue with the W, with the apostrophe S for possession. Most of you make this mistake, this very critical mistake that I don't want you guys to make. Please look at the board. Oh, bismillah. go. Oops. Sorry. Today we're going to learn a very important lesson in regards with the possession. We call it possessiveness. Is my window, is my board clear enough?
No, not for me.
Double click on my image, please. All right, to maximize it. Now,
the letter is displayed on the screen.
the what?
The letter is
Yes,
the only
I
thing.
know. Forget about the letter and double click on my image that is showing now. Double click on it so that you can maximize my image.
Okay, yes.
As big as I am. Okay? So we're going to put apostrophe S, which is possessive. And possessive is an adjective. It's a possessive S. This word is an adjective. The verb is to possess. And possess means to own. Okay? So I possess this pencil case. Possess, I own, it's mine. All right? So apostrophe S for possession or possessive S. What's the difference between possessive S in singular and in plural? Actually, some people get very much confused with that. If you have a singular word, like for example, let's talk about the soldier in the battlefield. Soldier, one soldier, and you want to say that this is the soldier's rifle. Do you guys know what's a rifle? The long gun? Rifle, all right? So if you want to say soldier's rifle, okay? How can you put the apostrophe S here? Is it an apostrophe S or something else?
Yes.
Apostrophe
S.
You have two choices now that you have to tell me. Either apostrophe S or apostrophe only. These two reflect or these two can express position. Either apostrophe S or only apostrophe, all right? So soldier's rifle here, I have to put apostrophe S. What about the word soldiers? And this S is for plural. Soldiers, rifles. What should I put here?
The apostrophe.
Apostrophe only.
Apostrophe only.
Why?
Because it's plural.
Because plural, it's a word that already ends with an S. Okay?
Yeah. So we cannot
put word that already ends with an S for plural. Then all you have to do is to put an apostrophe. So this is the soldiers, right? These are the soldiers' rifles. Then at that time I have to put only apostrophe. What if I have other nouns? That we know that nouns could be regular nouns or regular plurals and irregular plurals, right? So soldiers here is a regular plural or irregular plural?
Regular.
Why is it regular?
Because of S.
Because
it ends with only S.
Very normal. What if I talk about the child and the children? So this is the child's, for example, you can say that this is the child's perfume. Okay? What should I add here? Apostrophe S or apostrophe only?
Apostrophe S.
Apostrophe S. Why? Because simply the word doesn't end with an S. What about the word children's perfumes?
Only apostrophe?
Only apostrophe?
No.
apostrophe
S
S.
plus.
S apostrophe.
Apostrophe S.
ما فيش حاجة اسمها S apostrophe خالص. Either apostrophe
S.
or apostrophe only. So?
Apostrophe S.
Apostrophe S. Who agrees with Yasmin?
Yes.
Apostrophe S. Who else? Seems that everybody here, right? Apostrophe S is the correct answer. Can I hear you, please? Everyone? Unfortunately, incorrect. It's only apostrophe. Do you agree with me? Huh?
Why? We don't have S here.
Definitely. Now, here is the rule. If the word doesn't end with an S, then it's so openly and it's so correct to put apostrophe S, then that's fine. Children, however, it's plural, but it's an irregular plural, then you have to add apostrophe S. This is the children's perfume. Children's perfume. Apostrophe S is fine. However, this word is a plural form, because some people say that if the word is in the plural form, then you have to put apostrophe only. No, this doesn't matter. This doesn't go with the apostrophe, with the irregular plural nouns. For the irregular, you can easily put apostrophe S. If the word ends with an S for plural, or it's an irregular, an S for plural, then you have to add only apostrophe. If the word is an irregular plural, then you can deal with it as if it is a singular word. Understand? Okay, now other cases that, for example, if you say Chris, it's a boy whose name is Chris, okay? And you want to say that this is Chris's laptop. What can you put here? Apostrophe S or apostrophe? Chris is a singular.
Apostrophe S.
Apostrophe S. So how can I pronounce it?